Now, this won't make Larimer Square Bourbon Street, but Denver is considering loosening the rules on where you can drink.
Businesses believe it could help their bottom line, but making this law isn't so easy. Tonight, Denver 7's Megan Lopez is going 360 on common consumption and what it means for your night on the town.
Every time you pour a beer or take a sip of wine at a bar, there are rules. Rules about who can drink, how much you can have, and where you can go.
There are signs up right behind us that say no alcohol beyond this point.
Some states are strict, others are a little more loose. But in Colorado, it's up to cities to decide how much leeway they want businesses to have, thanks to a law that allows them to decide. Cities like Aurora have already taken the plunge into common consumption. Denver, meanwhile, is looking into the possibility to see how feasible it is, while other places like Lakewood are not yet considering it. First, some context. The Colorado State Legislature passed a law in 2011 to give local jurisdictions the right to create common consumption areas for alcohol. Common consumption is not the same as open consumption. So cities like Denver won't turn into the next Las Vegas Strip or Bourbon Street in New Orleans, where people can take drinks out in the street. Instead, it allows a group of restaurants or businesses to create a common area and license it so that
you could drink your margarita from the Mexican restaurant, your friend could drink her glass of wine from the French restaurant.
Our to-go cups are over here.
For the Stanley Marketplace in Aurora, common consumption has been a success story.
We have 12 liquor license establishments. Each one has the option to opt in to be a participant in common consumption.
Visitors here are allowed to take their drinks out of the restaurant and with them as they shop or watch musical performances, for instance.
Our retailers love it. We've had zero security incidents. We've had no real negative feedback of that.
But there are rules. Signs around the Stanley Marketplace tell people where they can and cannot carry alcohol. There's a tight security plan in place, and even the to-go cups have rules.
So it has to have the name of where it's coming from?
So that if there's a problem like over-serving, officials can find out where that person came from. At a roundtable discussion in the City and County building Wednesday,
it's pretty complex and it's taken a lot of planning.
Denver is considering a pilot program to do something similar. Right now,
you can't take a drink outside of a restaurant and bar unless it's within their liquor license premise and on their patio.
But if the proposal is approved, places like the Milk Market on 18th and Wazee might be able to replicate the Stanley Market's success.
We hope to see it arise organically in an area where some restaurants think this would be a great opportunity for them.
But just like Aurora, there would be strict rules. Entire areas like the 16th Street Mall would not be able to apply, since one of the rules is that the street would need to be closed off to traffic. It's still just a proposal at this point, but Denver's Excise and Licensing Department is hopeful.
It will take a while, we believe, to get up and running.
But while cities like Aurora and Greeley are diving in, the city of Lakewood says not so fast. At this point, a spokesperson says the city is not even considering a move to allow common consumption. That's mainly because there hasn't really been a demand for it or any business interest in making it a reality. Common consumption might happen in more cities around Colorado eventually, but for now, this 8-year-old law is being taken on by cities slowly. Back in Denver, there are still a lot of questions about how common consumption would work. But the bottom line,
liquor common consumption is going to be based on what Denver's values are and what we want.
If Denver wants it at all. Megan Lopez, Denver 7.